Hello there, my YouTube friends. So as somebody's made it known, I've always needed to get a Batfleck to go with me Superman and Wonder Woman to do my own sort of mini Justice League style figures. Obviously these ones aren't from the Justice League, this one's from Batman versus Superman one, so but it will make up my own little sort of mini series of them. I've got Wonder Woman, I've got Superman, I needed Batfleck. As you can see, we've now got them. So let's get them out and do an unboxing and review just for you. So first off, guys, we'll have a quick look at the box, and again the front box looks pretty damn good. You know, it's got the Batman in there with a cityscape behind him. You know, they sort of plain black and grey style of box to it. Sides, not much to it. The back has your warnings, you know, what have you, as per the norm. The other side again, nothing much to it. And the top, it says the Batman versus Superman Dawn of Justice logo to it. And we can see from the side here, this is going to be a shoe style box. So let's get it opened and have a look what we actually get. First off, taking off the top bit, you get the inside inlay, which by the looks of it must be a picture of the actual character itself, with obviously who was involved in the creation and design and what have you of the actual character. It's pretty good, and then hopefully nothing will fall out when I drop this down, because obviously I did pick it up on the second hand market. Oh no, there you go, it's all nicely in there. So as you can see, you probably won't be able to see too much of what's in there, because again it's in the clamshell style box, but we'll get that open and get it out and have a look at what we'll get accessories wise, and then have a look at the figure itself. So accessories wise, guys, you can see here there is quite a number of them. There are some of them to me can almost seem pretty, a couple of them can seem pretty pointless to us, but we'll get into that as we're going on. What we've got first off, we're going to think is, because it's going to end up rolling away if I don't, is a sort of, I don't, it hasn't got the crotch grabber as such for this one. I'm not sure how you're going to think this one. It looks like it is something that you put almost between his legs to grab a hold of them, to hold them up. But it's almost like they're trying to make a dynamic one, but without it being as large as the dynamic ones, and it hasn't got the waist grabber right, you know, it has this thing instead. So I'm not sure how that's supposed to think it, but it's a new one on me and I will give it a shot. I'll just move them out the way so they don't fall off. Of course it's still going to try and fall off. Let's bring a bit of light into the subject. And then of course we have, as per the norm, the base plate, which as far as I'm aware will be the same as the other ones do. They can raise up and has, there you go, we'll put it in an angle where you can see it, Batman from Batman versus Superman on it. Again, you know me, I mean, I love the base plate. I think it's actually a brilliant looking one, but I tend not to use them if I can help it. You know, I really like to have them standing free, which I know some of you may disagree with, because a lot of times, there's a few times they have fallen over, when especially in the man cave, because the man cave isn't exactly 100% on steady ground. So when I do move around in here, it's, you can get a little bit of reverberation. So there has been a couple of sort of fell over at times, but I prefer to have them not standing on a stand if I can help it. But this is a nice looking one if you don't want to stand. With a base plate, we have this little tool here, which we can see, obviously straight away you can see there, it's for these things, and possibly to push these mouth plates out. I've just got this a wee bit there, and a bit there to grab a hold of the things with. So we'll get on to the, we have a number of sort of eyes here. They've just there's three sets obviously because you've got to set in. So by the time you've got there, you've got looking in one direction, looking straight on, and there's another one in that which I think will look straight on as well. Now this is one of the things that I think myself is a bit strange, as to why, when they've done it before in the past, why make them like this when they could have quite easily possibly just made the eyes so the eyes actually move, you know, so you can just tweak the eyes itself and move the eyes itself, because you're stuck now with basically three sort of ways you can look. Whereas if you just think of it where the eyes can move inside, you could have had it in any number of ways yourself, you know. So that's something where they could have sort of improved on it slightly, but this is what we have, so this is what you deal with. Mouth plates wise, we have that one, which I think is a pretty cool one, because obviously, you know, in the movie he was badass and pretty much always angry and kicking ass at people. And we have this one, which is just slightly showing his teeth, though I don't really quite get it, but there you go, that's just me. We have here the obligatory extra wrist pegs, which you always get, you know, which is always, I'm always grateful for as well, because you just never know when you're going to need them. We have here two variants of grenade. Not sure what it represents when it's thinking, whether that's supposed to be it basically when it comes out and opens out and goes live, or what, I don't know, because I don't really understand the aspects of those grenade style things or what. But there you go, you get two grenades with enough detail on them. Oh, I'm sorry if this is a bit blurry, guys, but I'm still again trying to get used to this bloody goddamn thing, because it doesn't work as well as the other one did for getting rid of the blur. But there you go. And we get this thing here, which is his branding iron. You know, in the movies where he was branding people with the Bat logo on, well, that's what that is. You have his branding iron. I can't see many people using that in a pose, but I suppose it's still nice to have it for those that might want to make their own little storyboard style things up and take pictures into like a storyboard. And I guess that's kind of cool that you've got it. Yeah, we have the batarangs. We have 4 of them. Now, this is one of the things that I can't understand, is why do you need 4? They're just bits of plastic as well, guys. They're not metal or anything like that. They just seem to be bits of plastic. Yeah, but why 4 of them? Yeah, it's not, I don't think there's any place for them to go on his belt, which I'll have a check on shortly, but from what I can see, looking at him, there's no place for them on his belt or anything to go, so why give you 4? It's not like he's going to hold all 4 of them, unless you're daft enough to try and put them between his fingers, which I don't think you'll be able to do. So it just seems a bit strange and a bit of a waste of time for me, but again, you get 4 of them, so I mean, to me, they could have made something different to put in there, rather than giving you 4, which you probably won't use. Then, of course, we'll start with this one, because we've already looked at the grenades. It's your grenade launching gun. You can see there you've got a couple of little bits there that you can actually thread something through to put it on them, but I didn't seem to get that with it. So but the only bit that you can see that moves on this thing is this back end. Back end moves out to put the holster against his shoulder. Other than that, there is nothing else moves, but supposedly these things do fit inside the tube. So there you go, you can see the one inside of there now, and they do thankfully come straight back out again. Again, something I probably won't use, because it's not really what I tend to associate Batman with, you know, so I'll probably not end up using that. I'll probably just go back in the box and be kept safe, or I'll put it in a bag like I do with a lot of the hands, just in case I do fancy a change around. You know, I keep the accessories usually in a bag so that I can a labelled bag, so that I can get them out and use them if I fancy something different. And of course we'll have the grappling hook launcher. Again, it's a pretty good detail to it, though this phone doesn't seem to like the focus very well, which I find very annoying. Extremely annoying. There we go, guys. You can see there's a place to put the things in, which is like, we've got this one here, which is on like little sort of bendy wires if it's just being shot out. Yeah. Again, this phone isn't really picking this up very well, which is a bit of an annoyance, but I guess that can fit into there like so. Yeah. We have one with a straight wire on it, like it's taut and basically reached its target. Again, just slip into there and voila, it's fired it off. You have two shorter ones, which I guess you can put in as if he hasn't even fired it off. They're also supposedly that they can fit into this thing like that, so you can have the two of them in there. Oh, sorry, I was out of the way he was looking, but I was trying to see it myself. And then you go and see they fit into the actual in itself, and thankfully they don't fall out when you tip it over, so that's quite handy. And lastly, with these things is the one with the actual, when you open itself, which doesn't have any wire or anything on it, but it can be put into the gun still. So you can see a fair few things here. And once again, we have the usual thing that the Hot Toys seem to do, and that's more right hands than left. They always seem to do one hand having more hands than the other. Sometimes it's the left, but usually speaking it's the right. Possibly to do with the fact that most people are right-handed, but it still seems strange, you know. Why just not give away the same amount of hands for each one for posability? Why keep it so that you have more hands on one side than the other? It just doesn't make any sense to me, but hey, that's what you get. We have this open style hand, almost like he's grabbing somebody by the throat, I suppose you could use that as. The levels of details are pretty good. There's a pop settling myself doing again, because I've just had him out for a run on the field to tire him out, so hopefully he'll not move around too much while I'm doing this. And hopefully he'll just stay nicely set. Hey, here he is for those that are interested. He's lying down right beside us as per usual. That's what he loves to do, and I love having him with us. We have this hand here, which obviously is for grabbing onto probably the grenade launching one, I would suppose, by the looks of the way the hand is positioned. We have another hand here, which I would probably hazard to guess would be more for the grappling hook one. Then you have a set of closed fists on both sides. It also obviously has a set of hands on them already. And then we have this one, which is another sort of gripping style hand, which I think putting his batarang in there would be pretty freaking difficult by the looks of that, but hey, that's what I'm guessing it's for. And I know one of them, see this one here, you could use it as the gripping hand for his gun, but also by the looks of that, there's a finger space between there, so you can see there's a finger space there, That is for grabbing a hold of this thing. So you put it between his fingers like so, and there you go. He's grabbing a hold of his branding iron to brand somebody. That's pretty cool that they put that in there. Yeah, that they make it already with the spacing that's needed to put it in there. I think that is damn good. So there we go, guys. That's what you're getting accessories wise of this guy. Now, if you had bought the deluxe version, supposedly got a sniper rifle as well. Obviously, I didn't get no sniper rifle with mine. I didn't get the deluxe version. This is the stuff that I got with mine. So, and I'm pretty damn pleased with it. So now let's go on and have a look at the figure himself. And this is how mine arrived. Like this. Again, I can't remember because I've obviously buy a lot of them from eBay, so I'm not sure whether this one I got second hand. It probably is. So whether the guys put these ones in, these weren't original ones that was in there or what, I do not know. This is how he's come for me, guys, and I love it. I love the figure like this. I don't actually like the suit that he had, the armored suit that he had. I don't like that at all. I think it was just too big, too clunky. How the hell he fought in it is beyond me, because it just looked silly to me, you know, and I didn't like it one little bit. This is how I like to see Batman, and this is what Batman is for me. So I'm glad I've got this particular version. You know, I think it looks super cool. We're going to get you take you in a bit closer and show you this in slightly more detail about how he's looking, but I just think he looks damn good. I would like to have seen Ben Affleck play Batman again in a proper solo Batman movie. I think he might have been a good Batman, you know, I really do. I think what he had to play and the way he played it in Dawn of Justice was a step outside the norm. You know, you normally didn't see Batman killing people or branding people or thingy. He took it down a darker avenue, and I liked that. I thought that was pretty damn good. It was just a shame that it wasn't played out to a better degree. You know, it could have been so much better. And the little said about Batman versus Superman itself, the film itself, the better, because I enjoyed it in certain respects, and then there was a lot of respects I didn't enjoy it in. You know, there was a lot of things done completely wrong for me. There was a lot of stuff done right. I enjoyed some of the action sequences. I enjoyed Batman beating the living crap out of people, you know, and really hurting them and killing them and stuff like that. But that was epic done. I didn't like the way they portrayed Superman. You know, they portrayed him like he was a wimp. You know, like he was an absolute wimp, and I just thought, there's just no way this guy, you know, was pretty much almost indestructible. You know, kryptonite was the only thing that could weaken him enough to bring him down. So why were they playing him out like he was some sort of frigging weakling, like he was some sort of soft ass? You know, just, yes, he had compassion, but they played him out the part totally wrong for me. So, but anyway, we're not here to talk about movies, we're here to talk about this character, and I think he's pretty damn impressive. I love what they've done with the suit wise, to put all the actual aspects of muscle in there, which I'll take you in a bit closer and let you have a look at that in a second. So if you just look at the abdominal area, yeah, you can see the full sets of abs here. You can also see the serratus down the side, yeah, which is pretty damn good. It means he was in top condition, you know, he was in really good nick, which we all know was a bodysuit that would have gotten him in that thingy, but it's still pretty damn good, pretty impressive to look at, that how much they paid attention to that and put the details in there. Yeah, he has nice rounded delts, the way almost like a bodybuilder would have, so that's pretty damn good. Let's have a look at actual what we're getting in the range of motion wise. Okay, so we get a little bit, but not much, in the way of crunch forward or back. Okay, there isn't much motion there. Shoulders wise, you'll get up to 90 degrees, but you can see that you're starting to get bunching straight away in the actual uniform. Okay, so that's something you're gonna have to watch out for, guys. Yeah, it's nice and tight there. You're getting bunching going on when it's down. But you do have, as you can see here, I don't know whether you're going to be able to see it. Let's see if we can move this up slightly more. There we go. We have sort of a slight, it doesn't stay forward, but you've got a slight forward motion. But you see there, you can take his shoulders back. I'll push them forward a little bit. Yeah. You do have good forward motion. Yeah, but again, you're seeing this bunching there. I'll show you there better. See, look, you got the bunching coming on. It's always something to be careful of. Yeah, backwards motion. You have just as much backwards motion on it. Yeah, but you have again have to watch out for the bunching. Arms wise, it seems to have bicep pivot there, give you a chance to move it in a good 90-degree range of motion on the arm. Again, you've got to watch for bunching, I suppose. Yeah. Legs wise, let's see if we can tilt this down for you so we can see the legs. Again, let's see the hips wise first. Yeah, there's a fairly decent range of motion on the legs there. I mean, that is pretty damn good. But again, you're going to have to watch because it's pulling quite tightly on the groin area and you're getting a lot of movement up into the hip joints there on that part. Okay, forward motion. So we'll get this on out the way a minute so we can see. Forward motion. You got a nice amount there. Forward motion. Again, we'll have to watch the nipping. Backward motion. Not a great deal at all, but again, that's because it's hitting off the backside part of it, which is obviously solid. Knees. We have almost a double bend going on there. Yeah, just not quite getting that full extent of a double bend going on, but we've got a lot of bunching going. Thankfully, I think this uniform isn't too bad. Yeah, I just think you get worried that it's going to stretch it a little bit and you're going to have that issue of the bunching going on there. Ankle articulation. Let's see what we have with the ankles here, guys. The boot is split. So you can see there at the bottom, the boot is split to give you in and out pivot. Not going to get, but you are getting enough range of motion forward. This bit here is sort of putting on it a bit, and again the same with the back. You're getting enough because don't forget you really don't need, I think, too much unless you're going to have them in a kneel down position where you would need it then to rock forward quite a bit. But other than that, that's pretty good, and then you can just push that down over the top and it hides it away. Yeah, he does stand up on his own quite easily. Belt wise, the belt is free form, so it moves. None of these things are open. So again, you talked about what I was mentioning before about where you're going to put a lot of these bits and pieces, these accessories, which Batman was always well known for having accessories. You've got all the stuff on the belt, but none of them open to put any accessories into or anything like that. So you are stuck, I think. So I think myself, again, why 4 batarangs? Why 4 them when you've got nowhere to put the damn things? Just seems a bit of a waste to me, but there you go. Yeah, it seems just a total waste of time when you haven't got anywhere to put them. Okay, wrist wise, you have got motion there on these right where his elbow joint is. You can turn it a little bit, though most of it is with these gauntlet is moving. You have, obviously, see there seems to be no flexion unless this thing can be twisted to give you inward flexion on it, because it just comes straight off. So put that back on and you can twist these wrists right round, but unless you actually position the peg in the right place, you're not going to get any inward or outward flexion, which I don't even know where you would get that. Even if you moved the peg, I'd have to have a look at it. You know, just twist this one around again so that's out of the way, and there you go. So I think he's pretty cool looking. Head wise, let's have a look what we get. Motion of the head wise, which is in a bit of thing, so I'll just shift this position of this camera and we'll have a look at the head for you. Here's a better angle for you guys. So you are getting a bit of downward motion, but not a great deal, again, to do with the cowl. You know, you try and get backward motion and the cowl's just literally lifting up, so that sort of spoils that idea of being able to look up, you know, because the cowl was just lifting clean off and it looks really, really stupid, to be perfectly honest with you. So you're always going to be best off having them looking sort of basically straight down. Yeah, you can't really get his cowl to come over his shoulders the way it's positioned. It's not going to work, you're not going to get that, so it's going to stay in that position that it's in now, which again is a bit of a shame that you can't move it. I feel that the cowl itself, though it looks fairly nice, I think it just feels a bit shoddy. Yeah, it doesn't feel premium, it doesn't feel that great of a quality. And what you do get is down the bottom here, you can see it's like sort of graded in colour to make it that dirty look, as if it's being dragged along the ground type thing, you know, which it sort of is just touching the ground at the back end. But I'm not keen on the cowl itself, guys, you know, or should I say his cape itself. I'm not keen on that at all. It doesn't seem to sit that well, and it forces you almost to have a downward position on his head, yeah, to keep it right, which is always a shame for something like that. But that is what we're dealing with these things. You know, like I say, if you give us a choice of putting up with this type of thing, the odd little issues that it's got with it, or having to go for the sort of battled version where he's wearing the armor, this one would win out hands down every time without fail. You know, guaranteed this would win out hands down. Even if I can't get some of the positions I'd like to get for photography and stuff, this would still win out for me, guys. So let's try a different mouthpiece in and see how it looks, see how easy it is to do. So you may be able to see there, guys, the head was very, very easy to come off. You know, you can see what the neck peg is like on it, to get that chance to get in there quite easily and work with this thing. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see down into there to see where the mouthpiece pushes out, or to see where you can grab onto the bit to pull out the eyes and what have you. But there you go, and that's what it's like on the inside there. So yeah, we've just popped in another mouthpiece. Dead easy to do, you know, it's simple. And you, with your tool with that end, you see where the little bobble was at the back of it, you just put that in, push it straight out with no issues whatsoever. I didn't bother changing the eyes because really, like I said, you haven't got much of a way of choice. You know, you can have them looking one way, or you got this one here, which to me, I really cannot see that much of a difference between the eyes that he's got in and those eyes there. I really cannot, you know, so I just don't see what the point in them is. But it's nice that you've got sets, but I think it would have been easier, like I said in the beginning, just to put it in where you can actually just move the eyes around to where you want them yourself, you know what I mean? That's what they should have done with it. That's what they should probably do with most figures that they've got the chance to do that type of thing with a head sculpt. And I think it would make it so much better for those that do toy photography and what have you, to be able to get a better position on them, you know, and get the eyes exactly where they want them. But hey, maybe one day they'll learn, and maybe one day they'll do that type of thing with the figures. You know, for now, this is what you got. You know, I just wish they would do that type of stuff with them to make it a lot better for photography. Still, again, the cape wise, not keen on this cape at all. It doesn't seem to lie right, it doesn't seem to fit on right, and because it has no wires in it, you can't manipulate it much and get it into a position you want, so which is a crying shame for how much you're paying for these goddamn figures. They should really be working at a premium on everything, you know, they really should. Not cutting corners, put wires into the capes so you can position them and move them into positions that you want them in, especially for toy photography. and that, you know. But hell, guys, yeah, when you look at this figure, and when I get him in the detolf next to the other guys, I'm gonna be well happy with him. You know, I love this suit itself. I think it looks absolutely great. You know, just has the issue that most suits like these have, and that is you've got to be careful of keeping them in any sort of dynamic pose for any length of time, because you're going to stretch it, you're going to misshape it. Hopefully it may go back into the right shape in time, but who wants to take that chance, guys? You know, these are a lot of money to find that you've basically put it in a dynamic pose and it's knackered the suit completely, and then when you try to put it into another pose, it's been stretched and it looks absolutely crap. You know, that's what you'll be careful of. Why they can't sort of make it out of a similar material to what actually the human would wear, you know, that lycra-ish stuff where it would literally spring back into position and be the right position. It's beyond me. I mean, why can't they do that? Yeah, I know there's possibly some form of lycra-ish thing in here, but why can't they make them of that sort of similar style thing that they would have on the humans? I don't know, but there you go, guys. Anyway, I've waffled on enough about this figure. Yeah, you'd think that I'm only talking negative about it. I'm not. I absolutely love it. I think it's an absolutely brilliant looking figure. It just has a few negatives which I need to tell you about. You know, you deserve the right to know. Yeah, you deserve the right to know, because of how much you're going to pay for a figure like this. You deserve to see the negatives as well as the positives. That's what it's about, guys. It's about bringing you both. Yeah, I love this figure. I think it looks mint. Just has a few issues, but as in everything, you know. But guys, anyway, I'm going to put him in these detolf, move the other Batman across, put this guy in the detolf, show you where he's going to look, find something thingy, then I need to just find a pose that I'll eventually keep them in and like them in for a while. You know, I do change things around, which most of you won't have seen, because I don't think anyone's actually seen yet the man cave. If you want to see the man cave, guys, and see what I've already got in here that you haven't already seen properly, then please ask. I will make a man cave video for you guys and show you exactly what I have in here, you know, and how I deal with stuff and how I have things at the minute, because I'm pretty damn proud of it. Yeah, I think it looks pretty damn wicked. So there he is in the detolf, guys. Let's see, I've got to find a really sort of the position I want to keep him in. But if any of you guys want to share some of the ones that you've got yours in, then please, by all means, do so. It will help out me enormously to find the poses that I can put them in. Because really, you've got to be so careful with these uniforms, you know, that you can't have them too dynamic looking, which is such a shame. Because I think they would look amazing to have some of them in a really dynamic style poses, you know. In like the head sculpt, if the head's necks could move more like a natural head, so that you could literally have Superman sort of flying towards you with his head up, that would be an amazing sort of style one to have. I would have loved to do that with one of mine, because I do have a couple of them hanging up in sort of flight style poses. But to be able to have a Superman that I could have in a flight style pose would be absolutely brilliant, you know. It would be so cool. But guys, there you go. That's him in the detolf for the time being. And yes, I do know I have pops, and yes, I do know I'm missing Wonder Woman, but I wasn't actually even expecting to buy a Wonder Woman, to be perfectly honest with you guys. But I'm glad I have got it in there. You know, I think it's pretty good. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. I know these things go on for quite a while, so I do apologize for that. But anyway, catch us in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, dislike, comment. It's all good, guys. It's all good. This is the Bearded Nerdy Oaf, and I'm out of here.
So what I believe you were trying to say is thank you.
Thank you?
You're welcome.
What? No. I didn't. I wasn't. Why would I ever say that? I mean,
Okay.